Welcome to this tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to design slabs using finite element method in Orion. So this is a building I have been modeling. So I have modeled this building. I'm going to turn it to 3D so that you can see what we've been doing. So this is what I have modeled so far. I have columns, beams, and all of that. So I'm going to go through all of that. So please go through our previous tutorial to know how we come about the slabs, beams, and all of that. In case you're wondering how the background color of my Orion 18 is looking a little bit different from yours, I've done some cool settings, so watch our previous tutorials to know all of that. So I'm going to turn it to my plan view, and I'm going to click on plan view and 3D. So this is my plan, this is my 3D view. I just like it like this so that when I'm walking I'm going to be seeing both of them and how it's playing out to be. So I'm going to zoom in with the scroll button on my mouse, which is at the middle of my mouse. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger to be able to see it properly. So to do that, I'm going to go to my strips. Now this is my strips properties. I'm going to move it away to this my 3D because I'm going to be working on this my plan view, so this should not be obstructing us. So I'm going to click on this arrow type that comes out, which is my finite. I'm going to click on that and go to FE strips, which stands for finite elements that we start. Now I have the X and the Y direction, so I'm going to apply my strips towards this direction. To do that, I'm going to click on the parts that we have only slabs. Where there is no slabs, we cannot apply these are strips. So I'm going to click from this point, which is left, and the side pull. See, there's a rubber band line following me. That's my strips line. So I'm going to make sure it's straight by holding Control key down on my Windows. Then I'm going to release a red line. Let me zoom in. The red line is out, which is the X1FE, which is the X direction, the finite strips that we have inserted. So I'm going to make for this one also. I'm going to pull it, hold down my control key, then I'm going to release. I'm going to come to this point also. I'm going to do for this one, sorry, I'm going to do for this one. I'm going to make for that one also. I'm going to make for this one also. Then there is a small one here, so I'm going to make for this one also. Make sure it's straight. Now I'm done with my x-axis, so I'm going to go to my y. I'm going to click on this button here, which serves my y. So I'm going to zoom in, make for the smaller one, the small slab here. Then I'm going to make for this one also. Now when I zoom in, you see this one changes to y, which is now in the y direction. I'm going to make for this one also, make for this one. Make sure it's straight by holding the control key down on your keyboard. So I'm going to make for this one, which is very long. Make for that, and I'm going to make for this. Now I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to end it here because this point here is where my staircase is, so there's no slabs, and I'm going to end it here. Now done for all of this slabs and all of our finite elements, the strips. So these are the strips that we have done. So it's written here, this is my tree view, so it's written here. So I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to run, go to run, and I'm going to run my finite flow analysis. I'm going to click on that. This pops up, so I'm going to say okay, I want to run it. I want to run it. Now this is my story 001, so I have post analysis, model export, but I want my flow mesh analysis to be done. So it's going to be the frame so the model is going to reflect on flame. Now you can go back, select your materials if you're not satisfied, but I've selected my materials. Do watch our previous tutorials on how to run analysis, because we have run analysis before. So I'm going to go to this my mesh, say flaw exists, so I want to redesign, so I'm going to say okay. Now it comes to this part, it looks a little bit skinny. My structure looks a little bit skinny. It has only columns, beams, and slabs. So it's going to analyze this. So I'm going to go to generate. Now if yours is at 25, you need to make it uniform, the factor to be 100, so which is going to be spreading across every part of this particular slab. So I'm going to click on generate. Now it's done. Now you see when I zoom in, each point is connected with a triangle on my slab. Now I'm going to close this window. When I close this window at this red button here, it's going to analyze my structure. So I'm going to close it. Now it's very fast, so Orion is very smart. So that is it. Now I'm going to go to my post analysis, click on my post analysis. Now this my post analysis comes up. Now you can see my strips, see my strips that I've added. This is the X and the Y direction, so I've added those strips. So now this design I have done before, so please watch our previous tutorials on this particular flow mesh analysis. So I'm not going to go through all of that, so I'm going to close this. So now it's a transfer options. Now this is check transfer slab strips, analysis result, columns, walls, and all of that include. You can pull this if you don't want, so I'm going to leave it at that, and I'm going to say okay. Now it's transferring all the results. Now the results have been transferred, so I'm going to close this by clicking this close button. So I'm going to come to this my slab. Now let me zoom in a little bit. Let me just turn it to only the plan view. So I'm going to click that and turn it to only the plan view. Now I want to make my rebars to show. So to do that, I'm going to click on any of these my strips element. Let me click on this. By clicking, which is left clicking, then I'll right click, then this flyer pops up. Then I'm going to go to mine, arrange all steel bars. Then I'm going to go to this arrow that comes up. I'm going to go to update steel. Then I'm going to click on update steel. That's pretty smart. Now all rebars have been created at once automatically, and is pretty very smart. Now these rebars that have been created, now I'm going to zoom in so that you will be able to see what I have done. Let me just zoom in a little bit. So this is what I'm zooming. So I have 1912 250 bottom. So these are all the bars that have been there, all the rebars that have been there. Now these rebars are placed in this my particular layer, which is strip layer that have been grouped. So if I turn it off, it goes off. The strips goes off. So you see the strips, all the strips are now on. You can turn on dimension, you can turn on rebar, so that now the whole structure now looks a little bit visible because it was somehow clumsy. I can turn off anything I want on these layers, and whatever I want to turn on, I can turn on my grip, and it looks pretty good. And you can view some things that you want to view. I can turn on my beams. These are my beams. I can turn them off. So this is my strips that have been there. These are columns. Now I have only columns and all of that. I can turn on my slabs if I want to. I can just turn them off and just maybe do some changes and all of that. So I can turn on anything I just feel like to turn it off and all of that. So these are the layers. Let me just bring all of them back. So bring all of them back. You can go explore all of them. That's it, guys, on how to design my slab using finite element method. Do give us a thumbs up if you like our tutorial, and also subscribe to our channel for more of our tutorial videos coming up soon in our next tutorials.